I didn't do anything. Please. Someone. Anyone, just listen to me.
I thought you were good. But you aren't. You're just the son of a killer.
Okay, yeah, shout out like Prince Pills. I might need a 10-hour flight to London. I pop out Brick Lane. I'm eating the best meals. Shot at a bitch. That nigga done switch, he taking the red pill. Run up a 10 mil. Weezy pop out, I'm sticking these niggas like real steel. And these niggas my children. I might bust a little roll and cop him a big wheel. Ride it off in a fat wheel. Just to show these little niggas I'm getting them big bills. Valencia and Prada, I'm my pocket bustin', I walk with a water. These niggas poppin' and down, I'm guala. Runway season, I'm poppin' my collar. All of these niggas just wanna be dollar. Fashion week wanna hang with a model. Spinning the blow like a motherfucker scholar. Poppin' shit on the
Look at this dude.
Yup.
Big fella!
I'm Rudo from the hit anime Gachiakuta. So today I put him in Deepwoken. I tried making a build with him. I suck personally, but I mean, hey, the build's pretty fun and you know, it's a cool cosplay. Me personally, it's my favorite anime, so I decided to put it in Deepwoken. And yeah, I mean, I never read manga and this is probably the only anime that I actually caught up on the manga on, so it's kind of cool. And some of the factors in Gachiakuta is already in Deepwoken. Like one of the main factors is the spear, you know, the spear being super duper high up in the sky and there's a border separating it, and the spear people keeps on dumping their trash onto the mainland, which causes a variety of trash beasts to spawn in and start terrorizing the citizens.
You can kinda say I'm reaching, but I mean, if you look at the Celestials and Constella and look how the Stone Knights rain down from the sky and then land on us, which is considered the overworld luminance. Also looking at it from a Deepwoken perspective, it's kind of backed up by the lore. People on the ground used to use it as a way to guide through the luminance, but now it's abandoned by all Celestials and Lightborns, and now it's so-called Guardians, which are the Stone Knights, rain upon what is considered the overworld luminance. And when a Celestial drops from Constella, which is what happened in Songseeker, they create a void zone, which if we translate it to Gachiakuta, it can be seen as a pollution zone. Before I showcase you guys the builds, I gotta make sure you actually understand what Rudo's abilities are, so I'm not just showing you some random anime character. Now, the main thing to understand is that Rudo possesses these gloves that are part of this thing called the Watchman series, and it's basically going over the senses. So Rudo possesses the sense of touch, right? So he can transform any trash that's been discarded by anybody and bring out his full potential. Now let's get into the examples of this that I actually use in the build. So the first one, obviously the chains. I decided to go chain boarding for this since I believe it works better. And this build is kind of an unexperienced Rudo, so it's going to be the first weapon he used in the actual show. At the second match we're going to be running happens after Rudo gets disarmed of his chains and he transforms an old tire into like this spiky thing. So what we use is going to be metal ball. And it's actually kind of accurate because when Rudo lands an attack with the spiky tire, the guy has a mark engraved on his forehead, and kind of the same thing happens when you land metal ball. They get stunned for a little bit. So it kind of carries over pretty nice. Now to make Grist's talisman, I really feel like I cooked with this one. So we use the withered death kernel, obviously because it has the red and black color scheme, and we also paired that with the Calamarina armor schematic. And what that does is every time you land a critical, it automatically vents mantras for you, but you can still be hit by normal M1s and stuff. It's gonna happen pretty often, honestly, because the second stage of the withered death kernel's critical, it's very hard to react to, and if you just throw it out sporadically and just jump around like you're crazy, you're gonna land it. So it's really cool. It's a good adaptation. All right, the next mantra is Blood Edge. I decided to name this set square. He didn't use this in the show. This was a part of like a test segment to see how many times he can use his powers before any drawbacks happen, and when he uses more than 3, he loses a lot of blood, as you guys can see. Next ability is going to stem from when he was in the Trash Beast. You know, I'm sorry if I spoiled you, but it's going to be the Nail Cannon. This happened when he used all 3 of his like charges basically into one object instead of spreading them out against 3 different objects. There's no real better option to this than using Firing Line with a Blast Spark, because originally he had an old nail gun and he transformed it into a cannon. In the same sense, adding a Blast Spark to Firing Line removes those old gun models into a newer cannon. All right, the next mantra is just going to be random adaptations I decided to put in. So I think one of them is from the manga. That's going to be Broken Fence, which we're going to use Oxidize and Rush for. And after landing a good amount of Oxidize and Rush, we can use our Iron Sink Pav Augmenter, which not only buffs our metal armament, but it also gives us a huge greatsword, which we can use. I also decided to add Revenge, Exhaustion Strike, which we can also view this as kind of like the plunger Rudo uses on Zonka, and it left him a little shock, which you can portray the same thing happening when you transfer your posture. We went Iron Skin to kind of portray the fact that, the talisman, which is the Withered Death Kernel, is actively protecting us. It also regenerates our armor, and it's going to lower the damage we take on some attacks. Now for the bell, I decided to go Crazy Slots as I thought it would be the best fit. The reason is pretty obvious. We can go to an item that's on the ground, pick it up, and unlock its full potential.
Not only does it give us new moves, but it also gives us a lot more weapons to use on the build. Now, another way we empower our own weapons is by landing a flourish, we create a blood pool, then using a critical, we consume that blood pool, and our next blood run mantra will actually be reinforced. I don't know the exact percentage it goes up, but I mean, it's a pretty decent amount, and we only have 50 blood run, mind you. And finally, for the murmur, we go Ardor, as it not only buffs our swing speed and our damage, but it reduces the posture we take and increases the posture we deal to any equipped weapon we have. And now once we exchange combat tags with someone, we'll also unlock the ability to choke her. And if you didn't watch the show, just think of it as like a crazy telephone, bro. I don't know. All right, and this is gonna be the final drip for the build. I found most of my hair IDs in the Amex server, so if you want that, definitely just search in Rudo at the top right. But now here's the hard part. We're gonna have to see how this build holds up. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be running a poll on my Discord server, so make sure you join. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a month of Nitro. So definitely join and, subscribe. I don't know what build I'm gonna do next. It's either gonna be Johnny Joestar and Deepwoken, similar to how I did this Rudo cosplay, or it's gonna be another troll build. So definitely let me know which one you guys would want to see. But anyways, yeah, I'm by Fravi, and peace.